Ladies and gentlemen, today Corvette World has a spectacular C6 ZR1 with super low miles, plus more 2021 C8's to show you. Hello everyone and welcome back to Brink of Speed. Thank you for hitting that play button. Today I'm super excited to be back at Corvette World. It's been about 3 weeks, almost a month since I've been here, but we've got a lot to show you. As you saw in the beginning, we have a super... What's up, Robert? I was just telling the people here, we have a super low miles.
What's up, YouTube?
C6
ZR1.
ZR1.
Yes, we do. And no fancy Camaro entrance this time. Sorry, folks. But yeah, you got to see this. And I also got some really cool other inventory too.
Awesome. All right, I'll be right there. So yeah, we've got a super low mileage C6 ZR1 and also I think there's 9 C8's in there. So lots to show you guys, lots of C7's. There's even a C3 in the showroom. But before we get into that, I want to give you a quick update on my Instagram. Don't ask me how this happened, but somehow it is working again. It just started working. And one of my buddies that's been helping me try and figure this out, he sent me a text and said, hey, your Instagram's back up and running, check it out. So I did, and sure enough, it was. So anyway, thank you for all the thoughts and the kind words. It really was a weird and scary feeling when that just disappeared. Before we jump into this video, real quick, give us a big thumbs up. My thumbs up squad's probably already done it, but if you haven't, please do so. And let's not waste any more time. Let's get inside and show you these amazing cars. Looks like we're missing some cars, man.
Yeah, well,
it's empty in here.
You may remember I spoke to you last week about getting a Blue Fury in.
You did.
And guess what?
Oh man.
It sold in 1 hour of posting it online.
Doesn't surprise me.
Gentleman down in Houston, he's going to be taking delivery of it by this weekend. It's 2015 with a 7-speed manual.
Ooh, 7-speed.
Yep. This one here, body color vents, and he did the. This is just unique. I know you're not a fan of this, but you know, people ever curious, you know, because all C7s came with the carbon flash bumpers.
Sure.
If you ever make them body color, and we've seen a handful of cars where people have done this, had them custom painted, where if you ever want to see where the car actually has that one color look.
Wow, that is really interesting.
Yeah, so there's literally like no carbon flash on this.
Yeah, there isn't.
At all. Zero.
Yeah.
Even on the spoiler, look at he custom
Yeah,
painted
even on the spoiler and on the vents.
It's a unique specimen in that it's like if you ever wanted to see a C7 all body color,
sure,
this is it. Obviously, I agree with you. I do think the two-tone looks a little better, but I do think it, to me, you know, if for that look, if you do it, you got to go all out. You got to do everything. And if you do everything, then I can see it's a little flush.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, the only thing carbon flash is yeah, I take that back. The grill. The grill is carbon flash.
Okay.
I guess you could paint that, but that would be almost overkill.
Is that a 1LT?
That's a 2LZ.
2LT, okay.
2LZ.
2LZ, that's what I'm sorry.
Chromes,
2LZ.
no Z07 package, but it has nav. So I mean, it's decently loaded. And like I said, it sold 1 hour. So Laguna, and that
doesn't surprise me.
And this one sold. We had this one about a week, and that one's the Laguna Blue Stingray sold this morning too.
Wow.
So today is I'm wearing a red shirt and we're selling blue. Explain that. I guess it's opposite day. Usually a shirt matches the color we're selling. Yeah. And speaking of red, got some red.
You do. And this is the new. This is the new red.
Yeah, another red mist came in. This one we just got in. We sold all the other ones already. This one's 2LT Z51 mag ride front lift. This one has the two-tone natural black interior stitching with the GT2 seats.
Take a look at these guys. Love those seats.
I've become more instinctive to describing this now, you know, because you got to break it up now. So this one has the carbon flash, obviously the mirrors and spoiler, but also the full carbon flash nacelles at top.
Yes.
Because now you can break down the nacelle separate from the top. You can have a body color top with different color nacelles.
Oh, okay.
Now,
Okay.
I've picked up on that, yeah, because sometimes we'll get them in. You'll see when we go over the other one, yeah,
But-
they are different.
But this carbon flash A-pillar,
Yeah.
when did that?
Part of that, that's part of that option. So
Wow.
Let me,
that's actually news to me. I didn't even know that was an option.
Again, you know, as we've been getting them in, as expected, learning as we go, but
Yeah.
you can order these things. Okay, so you see how this is carbon flash.
Right.
So when you have this option, these will be carbon flash.
Okay,
If this is body color,
then they will be
it's
body color. Sure.
The nacelle pieces, this portion is separate now.
Sure. Well, there you go. I learned something new about the C8 I never knew, so maybe you guys did too.
Again, very, very nice car. 15 miles on it, so obviously
Oh, wow.
one of these situation where it was pretty much sold to us fresh out of the dealer after they took possession.
Sure. Standard wheels.
Yep.
Standard calipers. All right, so this has 15 miles. Obviously, it's a 21 and 118. You got another red one?
We got another red one. And Sue-Ann, I believe you know some history on this one. And those of you that are regular viewers of Mike Frank's channel here are going to be familiar with this as well. Go ahead.
What about this? This is Sue-Ann, everyone.
Hi guys. This car actually came all the way from Washington State.
Oh,
the
cool.
owner, he's very meticulous about maintaining his vehicles, you know, how they show, how he drives. So it was
Sure.
very well cared for. He actually traded it in for the lowest mile Z06 in the country, Z06, Z07 package.
Yep.
And that was the one that I think you featured about a month ago.
Yeah, this is the white one with the chrome wheels.
So it took a little bit to negotiate that, obviously because it's out of state. So there are obviously some complications
Sure.
in coordinating all the efforts to do that. But I just wanted to, you know, give a quick shout out to Rich. Thank you, Rich, for being such an amazing, amazing client and your car.
Yes, thank you, Sue-Ann. Yeah, as you can see, this is a torch red convertible. It is a 2020, low miles. I think it's got less than 800 miles on it. It's got the Trident wheels with the red calipers and the beautiful all-natural dipped interior. Now this thing is all 100% dipped naturally. Beautiful, beautiful interior. And then you've got the GT2 seats. And this is a 3LT. So fully loaded. It also does have the front end lift. It is a Z51. And is this a mag ride?
This is a mag ride
Okay.
front lift 3LT Z51.
Yep.
And obviously, you know, I hate doing this, but I got to do it. Okay, yes, this one has the classical Ferrari color combo.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I hate mentioning Ferrari because anyway, but it is a gorgeous car. We're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna put the top up and show you that difference. So you see body color.
Sure.
All right. So you got the nacelles in carbon flash, body color top.
There you go.
So there's your separate distinction.
Perfect.
And of course, you know, while I got it up, you see this one's got the gorgeous suede all through.
Oh yeah.
Very nice. Very,
yeah.
very nice.
Beautiful.
Definitely, we've talked about this before, how I always thought the brownstone was the most high-end looking interior of the 7th generation. I think this is the most
yeah.
high-end of
Yeah.
this generation.
Yeah. So this is a 2020, 777 miles with, or I'm sorry, at 119,000. Guys, that amazing Laguna Blue Z06 is now available. So Robert's gonna tell you about it.
Well, we had a buyer on it. The deal fell through, so it is still available. Got 29,616 original miles on it. It's listed as 2-owner clean Carfax. It is a 2LZ trim level, 7-speed manual with the navigation and PDR. Chrome wheels, and these are the Continental Extreme tires. Got a ton of tread on them. So these are the non-reflects. These are just what Mike had on his Blue Fury before he traded that in, or sold it to us. And the car does have a clear bra on the front. Very clean car, not modified. It is stock. So
Cool.
we talked about it briefly in the video. You see it, really nice. If you're interested, let me know. Blue Fury cousin, is here ready.
Look alike. All right, guys. So this is the car that we came to see that you guys are gonna absolutely love. If you are a C6 ZR1 fan, this is your car.
All right. So this car has been a joy and a frustration at the same time. This car we've had for about 2 weeks now. I probably have had at least a dozen calls on this car. Yes, it is correct. It has not been rolled back. This is 842 original miles on this car.
Okay.
The original owner had a car collection, took it to the occasional show, none of that, he just moved it around the showroom. He ended up selling it to a buddy of his who immediately flipped it to us. Before he did, he didn't plan to. He just planned on keeping it, but he had a life change within a month of him owning it, and he in turn sold it to us right after he put a brand new set of tires on it. The tires are the only thing on this car that are not original. Now, the tires that were on it, he even said weren't that bad, but he was worried about the age of the tires, which really don't on these run flats, but bottom line, he put on a brand new set of Sport Cup 2 tires, which is actually the track tire, but they're brand new. Brand spanking new. So you got a set of Sport Cup 2 tires. Obviously, it's a 3ZR, and for clarification, there is a 1 and a 3ZR and a 7th generation ZR1. The 6th generation only came as a 3ZR. There are no 1ZRs, no 2s, only a 3. They all were fully loaded 3s. It brand spanking new 2010. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, guys, the camera's not going to be able to do this justice probably, but the paint on this car looks like he probably had something done to it.
It feels like it was ceramic coated.
Yeah, it looks like it's, well, it doesn't just look ceramic coated, it also looks like it was paint corrected and then ceramic coated, because it is absolutely beautiful.
You have virtually no wrinkles in the passenger seat. You only got the typical wrinkles you get over time from sitting in and out of it. But as you can see, nothing on the side. That's essentially brand new.
Oops. Yeah.
You still have full texture on the steering wheel. You know, you can, the leather they used in the 6th generation, over time will smoothen out.
Sure.
This is fully textured. You can still feel it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Obviously, they used a Mulan type, cowhide type leather on the 3ZRs, and it's unmolested. It doesn't even look like a leather dressing's been applied. Not that it ever needed it, because it's it feels like it's clean leather.
Sure.
It doesn't have any marks in the door sill from feet getting in and out. I mean, maybe let's see. Well, yeah, wow, a whole 1 and 2. That's it. These things usually get marked up pretty bad. I mean, it's essentially a brand new car. The original MSRP on the ZR1s back in 2009 and 10 usually ranged between 122 up to 126,000, depending on the paint job. The cars, as I mentioned, all came as 3ZRs. Obviously, we all know about the LS9, 638 horsepower, full stock, 2.3 liter supercharger. We checked the fluids. Fluids are good. Obviously, dot force, clutch fluid, that stuff is full synthetic. You ain't got to worry about that. The brake fluid is still very, very yellow. So, I mean, and there's no water or anything in it. So, I mean,
Guys, this car is absolutely beautiful.
People ask, how about the under? Because as you know, this is the lowest clearance Corvette of all time, for a whole whopping 4 inches. You got just a little bit of fraying right here.
Sure.
So obviously somebody was careless at some point, most likely the second owner, but that's it. And it's right here. If you're looking right above here, you can't even see it. It's like right on the lower edge, and it goes from here to here. That's your only imperfection that we found on this whole car. And that's it. I mean, let me put it this way, I have really stepped on my lotto tickets ever since I got this car. As those that know, I'm always bragging on ZR1s. I am a ZR1 guy, and I don't care what generation it is, the 4th, the 6th, and the 7th, I would take any ZR1, especially one with this kind of mileage.
And believe it or not, I've actually considered giving up Captain America for this car. I know you didn't know that, but I have.
Oh, really? No,
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I didn't think you'd give up Captain America for a Z, but
Well,
maybe a C7Z would have made it.
I don't know. This thing is pretty sweet. Pretty freaking sweet.
Yeah. Well, she's already ready for the track for those who want to track her with those tires.
That's right.
If anything, all I would do is, when you have a car that's been sitting like this, I would still, you know, break it in for at least, you know, another 1,000 miles.
Oh yeah.
Track it, you know, get it more broken in because that 800 miles isn't in concurrent, like a break-in.
Right.
Like you got your 500 miles, what, in a week?
Yeah.
You know, breaking it out. I mean, this thing probably got 500 miles in years.
Right.
You know, so,
Right.
So, I mean, you know, when we started up and we run it, you can still smell the break-in smell. I mean,
Sure.
it needs to be rimmed. You know,
Sure.
So this is waiting for a home. We need somebody who wants to make a beautiful ZR1 a home. Otherwise, it would be my home if I won the lottery.
Right.
You never know. Maybe Mike will change his mind. We'll see. But if you do, that'd be interesting. Going from we talked about the trade-in, the 18 mile for that thing. Hey, you know, trade in a C8 for ZR1. Hey, I don't think you'd get a lot of criticism on that.
No, I don't think I would either. So we've got a 2010 842 miles for 84,000.
There's the passenger side.
Yeah, that seat is ridiculous.
Not even. I think I probably sat in it more than anybody has in the last 10 years.
Wow. Yeah, this is a beautiful car, man.
Yeah.
Look at that interior.
I mean,
Beautiful.
0 to 60, 3.3 seconds. It'll run the quarter mile in the high 10s, and your top speed officially is 205. But I have seen a guy, he got up to 211 on a stock one.
Wow.
You know, so I think supposedly that's where the governor's at. Obviously, you need a lot of road to practice that, but you know, and I've said this before, and for those who haven't heard it, I'll repeat it again. When this car came out in 2009, this officially dethroned the 1969 ZL1 motor as the most powerful motor General Motors had ever produced on a stock production vehicle.
Yeah.
The 69 ZL1's motor, which is an all aluminum block of the L88s, the legendary L88s, had 620 gross horsepower at the time, but they put it on a dyno, and it was pushing 523 at the wheels. So this is the first GM vehicle to eclipse that, because the dyno numbers on this car, depending on the dyno day, I know Inside Line was the worst one I ever saw at 505 at the wheels, and I've seen them as high as 570 at the wheels. So
I was going to say,
on the conditions,
this seems like more of a mid fives.
Break down the loss. The average is going to put you probably around the 560 range
Yeah.
at the wheels. But the best I've seen, like I said, was in the high 570 range, like 578 or something was what I saw. Which when you break down the transfer, that's about right. And again, either way around, it's a 200 mile an hour car, 10-second quarter mile time if you can launch it right. You know, and of course, you know, the handling ability for its time, though not as good as the C7 Z06, is still plenty. 1.1 G's of road holding is amazing on a car. 3,300 pounds. It was, 3,400 pounds, excuse me. It was 300 pounds heavier than the Z06 at the time, which was, you know, 3,100.
3,180 or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. So it's 300 pounds heavier, but again, it's still superior in every way. And it's just, it's
a fantastic car.
Yeah.
And every time I see it, I want it.
And it's legendary in the roll races. That's the thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing. This car will spank it off the line
not in roll races.
But in the roll races, these things pull a lot harder, which is really weird. But you know how that is. It's just the difference is in where they put their power.
Sure.
But I know I'm trying to find that YouTube channel. I saw this guy, he had a bone stock ZR1, and he did roll races with modded GTs, Ferraris, Lambos, all kinds of stuff with a stock ZR1, and every one of them, he was pulling on them from 70 to 150.
What it is, I think, is the aero.
It's so aerodynamic. Yeah.
Yeah, this is more aerodynamic.
This is meant to keep downforce.
Exactly.
That's why it handles better, but you're a little slower. I mean, the best quarter mile time I've seen on a Z06 was 10.8.
Yeah.
And that's 10.9. And when you factor in, okay, this has got a little bit more horsepower, but it's heavier and it's got more drag. You know, this is a little lighter, a little less aero, but it's less powerful. So it's kind of the opposite, and you can only get in a manual. This was the 10.8 was done in automatic. The best I've seen in a manual was 11 flat. Throw a set of slicks on this, you'll be in the mid-10s all day long.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's a given. That's all you need to do on a car like this. If you want a 10-second car, easy. Is just throw slicks.
So again, if you guys like this car, make sure you give Robert a call and don't beat him up over it. Just come in here and get yourself a beautiful car.
You will not be disappointed. It is what it is. It's pretty much a brand new 2010.
That's right. Look.
Yeah,
we can see Robert through the middle of the hood. Love it.